Yes, hi. How are you? I'm also trying to be okay. Life is very hard, but life is amazing. So, if you're watching this video, like, comment, and if you're not a subscriber yet, subscribe. We need this for the channel. I make a lot of videos, but I was forgetting to tell people that they need to comment, they need to like the video. Even if you agree, even if you don't agree, like the video, it helps the channel. I've just learned it also. So I make a lot of videos and I don't tell people to like the video. They watch and they don't like, and they don't comment. It doesn't help the channel. So like, comment if you can, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber yet. If you're a subscriber, thank you. So this video, I've been taking some long time without making this video, and the reason is money. So I have to board a bike to go to Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. So I go there to train my mindset somehow. So I'm on the road, the highway. I need to get a Boda. I've not used a car in almost 2 years. I've never been in a car. I use a Boda. So I have to get a Boda and bargain for the price. My price is, okay, my muscle is 4,000 Ugandan shillings. 4,000. So I have to bargain from Mukono. Mukono is where I'm coming from. It's where my parents' place is. And I was filming this video still coming from their place. So that's the honest truth. So it's 2025. I need to get a Boda and continue filming. I don't know. Bargain for a Boda because I have to bargain. I was telling you, I don't know. First get a Boda. I have to first stand here and get a Boda, and we negotiate on the price. So I was telling you, I take a long time without filming this kind of video because I still have the constraint of money. Because I have to, when I'm filming this video, I have to be on a Boda, and I have to pay the Boda. So sometimes I'm totally out of money. So every time you see me filming this video, just know I have some money. But today this is the money that I am left. Christopher the other time sent me 14,000 Ugandan shillings. But I had a loan. And the loan, the loan took over 60,000. So I remained with 80. So the 80 I've been using it, and I'm left with 10,000. And I'm going to just use, I've told you the mathematics already. So Kampala. Kampala, Cairo, Nanya. Nanya. Yeah, so that's my budget. I've told you already. My budget is 4,000 Ugandan shillings. The money is not coming in. All the money that I'm having by the time I was filming this video. Somehow Christopher has to give me some money. Christopher is my friend, or anybody else. I don't feel bad to give that Boda guy 5,000 Ugandan shillings because the distance is worth it. But right now I have to first think of my pocket. I have 10,000. I have to use 4,000 to go, 4,000 to come back. I'm not even going to eat. So that Boda guy, I would have given him 5,000, but I don't have an income by the time I was filming this video. So that 1K is still, I don't know. When people see me filming, it's very hard sometimes to get a Boda, but I'm gonna stand here till I get a Boda. And again, and I see how it goes. So Kampala, Cairo, Nanya. Okay, these guys are just rejecting 4,000. I don't want these guys to hear me speaking English because there's a tendency here when they hear you speaking English, and okay, not all, but somehow. But that guy is refusing 4,000 Ugandan shillings. Do you know how hard? You know how hard it is to get Ugandan money? It's very hard. I've not gotten Ugandan money ever. So much Kampala, Cairo. Kampala, Cairo. Cairo back, yeah. Nanya. Nanya. Okay. Okay, yeah. So God is great. I don't know if you believe in God or you believe in Allah or you believe in our ancestors. We have a freedom of worship. I believe in myself. I believe in God, yes. There is a point I used to have any control of whatever was happening in my life. And that only made me believe in God. Yes, I did believe in God. But sometimes I was mad. Take away that I believe in God, yes. So I was telling you, it's very hard to get Ugandan money. For me, very hard. Because I've not gotten any Ugandan money. All the money that I get is dollars. So that guy rejected my 4,000 Ugandan shillings. Then, like, why would you reject that money? Me, I'm looking for that money. I'm even looking for a way to get me 1,000 Ugandan shillings. I'm not seeing it. I'm just being hopeful, and I get to be okay. It's very hard to film while on your border, but I'm a man. I have to adapt. Okay, it's very hard. So you forgive me if I don't give you that angle that is desirable to your screen. But I'm on a border and I'm not alone on the border. So I was telling you, this year 2025, it's January, and today I think today is January 27th. If I'm very correct with my calendar, I mean it is 27th January. So I am a human being. I am an African, yes. I am a black person, yes. But at the end of the day, I'm a human being. So I have weaknesses. I have strength. But sometimes my weaknesses overtake, like, without me being involved. So today I was on X, Twitter. I don't know if you know it. Yes, you know it. X, Twitter, whatever. And I was crying of my weaknesses, crying, oh my God, what am I going to do with my life? Life is really giving me these hard blows, giving me kicks. And I don't have the strength to fight with life anymore. And this guy was telling me, you're a man, you have to grab life by its horns and just kick life. And I really needed it for real. That's why I'm resuming with filming. I was so tired, I was like, I'm filming and I'm not earning any money from filming. And the people that see you filming every day, like, okay, that guy, what is he doing? Okay, I'm trying to go beyond what is in my brain. That's where the God aspect comes in. Like, I feel like very hard to film on a border, but that's the beauty with it. That's the beauty with life. It's challenging, very hard for some people, but then you know that this is life. You have to fight. I cannot fight, but adapt and embrace the struggle, the challenges. So I travel from Kampala, from Mukono every day to Kampala, to and fro, every day. You can imagine. I do that because I'm training myself. I'm training my mind, and somehow I believe in manifestation. So, 2025 is the year I was filming this video. And I'm telling you the truth, I was struggling financially. And you know, as a man, if you're struggling financially, it takes away some I don't know, some energy from you. But then I've been living in adversity. This is Africa. Okay. I was saying, this is Africa where I'm filming this video from. And in Africa we grow up with adversity. You grow up with nothing. Eating mangoes as lunch. But again you grow up. So sometimes when I feel like I need money a lot, I get to be reminded of my childhood where I didn't have anything. Yeah, I was telling you, I get to be reminded of my childhood where I didn't have anything and somehow I grew. So the things that I do need to bring food. The other guy was telling me like, no, I had my mom. I was talking to my brother, like we were doing some activity and she was asking like, will that activity bring food? Will you eat it? So sometimes I really need to have an activity that can have me what to eat. Okay. Okay, I'm filming, but we have to be, I'm using a Boda, so. Anyway, I was telling you, living with adversity, that guy was telling it to me, hey. Living with totally nothing. So I was telling you, I travel from Kampala, from Mukono to Kampala every day. So sometimes I use money, sometimes I just go with a brain and with a heart and balls. And sometimes I believe my balls have to be made of steel because everything that happens in my life is a blessing. Sometimes I find myself totally out of money. Myself with other people, but I'm the only person in the world. The people I went to school with, the people that I grew up with. So sometimes when you furniture in your house and you just know that that furniture is going to be in your house like that. So you have $1 million in cash, like not spending it for just having it, like something in the house, like that decoration you have in the house. I just wanted $1 million. Yeah, because it's very real. Though sometimes I feel like economics is very unfair, because you know why economics is very unfair the way I think? Because the dollars come from the United States. So the dollars is still the reserve currency, the world reserve currency. So for me to get the dollars, I have to go to the exchange rate, Forex Bureau. I have to go to Forex Bureau to exchange to get dollars. And the Americans, for them, they don't even go to the Forex Bureau. For them, it's their currency. So that's how sometimes it's very hard for me to get the dollars. Because it's not my currency, it's not the Ugandan currency. But the Americans, it's very hard for somebody to have $1 million because it's normal, that's their currency. But then, sometimes I want to, before I used to want it to be about me, but now it's no longer about me only. It's about I believe in God. I believe in Allah. I don't know. I believe in infinite intelligence. Okay. I don't like using the word God or Allah because that's affiliated with religion. Religion, Islam, Christian. I don't like that. I want to be affiliated with infinite intelligence, the force. Yeah. So I believe in infinite intelligence, and sometimes it is a way to give God glory, the infinite intelligence. So that's why I need to have that $1 million to give God glory, because to show like somebody like me can have that $1 million coming from the United States straight to Uganda. Can you imagine? It's like a product. Like most of these cars we have here in Uganda. It's very unfortunate that in Africa we don't produce. I don't know, we somehow, I feel like they were saying assembling. In Africa we assemble cars. That's what we do. All the luxurious cars that we admire, they have to be imported into Africa. To be particular, Uganda. All the cars, Range Rovers, they have to be imported. Even if they say like Africa we are doing the what? I feel very bad that we are not making our own cars, because that's why it's very hard for somebody like me to have a car. If I need a car, I have to go to a bond. Okay, that's fine. But then the taxes, oh. So that's the way I want to look at money. Like somehow, I don't know, I need to learn about money. I'm going to tell you this. It's very bad to talk about myself in this way, but somehow I'm ignorant about money. And this is 2025. So I need to be very literate. Oh, I was going to say illiterate, no? I need to be very literate about money, because I'm going to Kampala right now. But what is helping me go there? It's money. All these people. It's money that is rotating this world. Like in science, they used to tell us the world is round. The world rotates. That's what they used to tell us. Yes, the world rotates, but money makes the world go round. And I need $1 million. I need $1 million, man. $1 million. Not for the sake of buying anything. Like, if you get $1 million, what will you do with it? I just want to get a safe. Like a big safe. And I put it in there. For the sake of just coming and look at it. And then I go in the outside world and I use a border. And I gotta use a public transport. Like a border. I just want to bring money in my life. Not to spend, no? I feel like when you're spending, you're giving away your money, right? Of course, we live in the world of bills. And the bills are necessary. The basic bills. Okay, I come, like this place here, I pass by here every day, but it's very hard for me to pass here. And I don't find an accident. Very hard. So I wish those guys are safe. Yeah, I think they are safe. Yeah. I don't like accidents. So that's why, like, sometimes, even if you believe in God, even if you don't believe in God, sometimes you need to give God glory, because you travel every day and you come back, you go do your work every day and you are not involved in an accident. So that's a miracle. So those guys, they are okay. But at that time I found an accident and the guys were not okay. So life is very challenging. The guys are okay, yes, but then the car. So they're going to face those expenses. If the car is not his, the boss is going to be very angry. So I pray if that guy has an understanding boss who will know that this is an accident. May that accident not cost that guy the job. Yeah. So that's why we need understanding bosses. You have to understand. Anyway. Okay, I have to be talking up to Kampala. and sometimes I'm out of words because I'm using English. And this guy was telling me, like, why do you use English? Because I use English not because I want to show something or what, no. But I believe like English is the language that we have that connects a bigger percentage of the world. These guys were telling me like Chinese is the most spoken language, but I don't know Chinese. The Chinese don't speak English. The German people don't speak English. So it's very hard for me. I'm not the one who said these things. I am not the one. I just found it like that. So I have to play also. But it's good to promote our African languages. It's good. I love to promote our African languages. But when you promote your African languages, how many people understand? Man, this taxi is giving us some dust. So sometimes you reach Kampala when you're full of dust, and these guys, Kampala is a city, and these guys will know automatically you're coming from a village. I'm not offended by people getting to know that I'm coming from a village. I don't get offended, but I don't want the dust to be on my face. Like, I came from home when I'm clean. I had a reason to come from home when I'm clean. So when that taxi is spraying dust, I feel very angry. Yeah. So I was telling you, I come to Kampala every day when I have money, when I don't have money. And when I have money, of course I have to challenge myself to film this video. For the sake of shooting two birds with one stone. That's why I film. And for the sake of being alive, like, how many people are you seeing filming here? How many people do you see film? Very few people. So I'm being creative, but at the same time going to Kampala because I got to Kampala to train my mind. Yeah? Okay, I've just heard these guys having a conversation. There's something that is very bad that happens here in Uganda. So in Uganda, when you don't have money, so if you live in Uganda, my friend, I'm telling you, you have to find ways of having money, man. I'm telling that to myself too. Because like when you don't have money and you die in Uganda, they'll take you to a mortuary. Where? A cemetery. So like in Uganda there's this culture. When you die, you have to be taken back to your ancestral homes. Ancestral home. So when you don't have money, they will take you to a cemetery. Is it called a cemetery? I don't know. Where they bury a lot of people. I lost my friend, man. Okay, he wasn't that my friend. But somehow we had some conversation and he taught me about fear. I've talked that about, like, I don't know how many videos I've said, but you need to have money. So sometimes I'm very sad. Sometimes I'm really sad about my life. Okay, so whenever I see that uniform, that camouflage, I've just seen a soldier. I love soldiers. They protect the country. They give us peace. Yes, you cannot take that away from them. That they protect the country. So I respect soldiers, but somehow I disagree with them. I disagree with them when they are given orders to go and beat the very people that they protect. That's why I disagree with them. But I give them respect because me filming here, this is peace. This is peace. So that's credit. So I cannot cannot just film without talking about Uganda. Yes, I don't want my video to be categorized. I just want my video to be pure art. But it's very unfair. You don't want me to make a whole video and I don't talk of a country where I come from? It's very unfair, right? Even if I want to indulge in creativity. My country has to appear. Donald Trump, 2025. Donald Trump is the president of USA. And in all his speeches, he's saying, make America great again. Make America great again. 1-2 words, he's saying that. Make America great again. So, Donald Trump is a good example of you loving your country. Okay, so my country is Uganda, so somehow we have a government here. It's been here for 39 years. And in Uganda we are very divided. So we are having, by the time I was filming this video, this government has been here for 39 years. Some people are very okay with it, some people are totally against it. Some people are saying this government the government, by the time I was filming this video, has done great. They are praising it. Some people are saying this is the worst government. I don't know, I'm a creative. I don't want to divide people, but me, I just want term limits. I just want term limits, that's what I want. Like, a president should never be there for more than 10 years. All the excuses that Uganda is a young country, all the excuses that Uganda is a growing country, that doesn't give you, the politicians, a right to be here for 50 years, 40 years. Gaddafi was very good, by the way. Gaddafi. You've ever heard of Gaddafi? According to the news that comes from that Libya side, they say Gaddafi did everything. They say Gaddafi gave these guys a good life and all that. But because he's overstayed in power, like, that took away the credit from him. So, that took away the credit from him. All the good things he had done. But it showed that he wanted to be in power for long. Like, a country should not belong to one individual. A country should be about, according to what I believe. So you hear in Uganda they are saying that Uganda, don't compare Uganda to those developed countries like the United States. United States is over 200 years. Uganda, by the time I was filming this video, 2025 is what? 60? I don't know. I don't even know the independence. Independence is 1962. Yeah. So they say Uganda is a growing country, and that's the excuse they give for having a president to be in power for over 39 years. That's totally a lie. That's a brainwash. That's a manipulation. Uganda can still grow with changing presidents, because I feel like it's the same government. Nothing is going to change. It's not that I'm supporting, it's not that I'm not supporting, but when you change a government, you know, like, some things are going to change. But when you have one government for over 39 years, so the things are going to be like that forever. People are going to be like that forever. Anyway, I don't want to involve Uganda in my videos somehow. There's a lot of bad politics here. These guys can look for me and they get me. And I don't want drama in my life. That's why I'm single. I'm single because I don't want drama in my life. Christopher the other time was telling me I need to get a woman like a lady. But I was telling Christopher I won't go like around looking for a woman, no? I believe in God. God said, like, Adam is lonely. God saw Adam being lonely, and God got Adam his ribs, one of the rib, and created Adam Eve, right? So God will see me that I am lonely, and God will, oh my God. Oh. Sometimes I don't want to get annoyed, but sometimes Uganda gets me very angry, like somehow. And I don't want to be here on video very angry. I just want to be in a good vibe because today is a Monday. But somehow I feel very angry. But I need to control my anger. Yes, you can get angry because you're a human being. You are allowed to be angry, but you need to control the anger. So sometimes I see people and they get me angry, but then I just need to know, like, okay, just leave it. Just leave it. Like I've just told you, I don't want drama in my life, so I just let it be. So again, everything resolves around money. So United States, Donald Trump is saying, make America great again. And Donald Trump is very good in money. Donald Trump is a billionaire, right? So Donald Trump is very good in money. He knows money. He understands money. And to us Africans, me like a Ugandan, I feel like we don't know money very well, for real. Somehow, we don't know money. Somehow. I know there are people here who know about money very well, but you know the reason why I love English? Because at least there's information in English. You can try it. But here in Africa, people who know about things, they know they want those things to be with them only. They don't want information out. That's why I love English, because at least with English you can go and search for some information and you get. So, Donald Trump is going to really, I don't know, have all the strategies that can make America great again. And somehow that will make America great again, but it's going to affect us, the black people, the Africans, because I've been seeing some reports cutting some spending in Africa. That will be very bad for us. But somehow I'll ask myself, why are we still dependent? Somehow I ask myself, why are we still dependent? I ask myself. From me myself, I'm still a dependent. Man, this Boda guy here is trying to make me angry. Like, he's so careless. I'm on the border, I have to be going the other side. He doesn't mind. For him, he's doing his own things. So he wants me to quarrel with him. This Boda guy that is driving me. It's like he wants me to quarrel with him. It's very unserious, man. I feel very angry with him. And when I tell him we are going to go into a scuffle quarreling, I don't like to quarrel with him. So we are supposed to go to Kampala. He has stopped. Like, who does that, man? This is why, like, some African people, man, you get me angry, man, sometimes. Sometimes they get me so angry, but they're still my people. These are the people I come from. But sometimes I feel angry. Like, I'm supposed to be going to Kampala, and this guy is just there, like, not minding. It's like, not minding at all. He's taking his time. Yeah? He's taking his time, like, driving me slowly. I feel very angry with him. And I had to just first leave him. Now he has, I don't know. I feel very angry. Very, very angry. I had to just come and talk about it. So, why are we dependent? in Uganda we had a president called Idi Amin Dada. And I've been here seeing some videos of Idi Amin Dada saying that Uganda has to be a free country. So Donald Trump is gonna cut all the spending, the careless spending that America has been making, and that is gonna affect us. Like Donald Trump withdrawing from the international, this health organization, how is it called? I've forgotten that name. So in Uganda we have, I'm using Uganda because it's where I come from. I can use Africa. I like using Africa more, but Uganda is my country. I have to love my country, even though I'm struggling here, even though conditions here that I don't like. But Uganda, at the end of the day, is still my country. So we have a lot of people here who depend on the US. So if Donald Trump is going to make it very hard for, I don't know, I just pray for the people who are sick here, like the HIV patients who get medicine from the funding of the states. Yo. So, I was telling you, those immigrants, like, it's going to be very funny. But I don't just care. Okay, I care because I've talked about it, but I love to have a president who says like everything is about the country, like who fronts. In Uganda we are divided, man. We are divided by tribes. Okay, religion also divides us, but the tribes, oh my god, tribes. The tribes divide us. So if you get a president who is a Muganda, so the Baganda are the only people who are going to be in Uganda. So the first president of Uganda was a Muganda, and the Baganda people were all over. Everything was about Baganda. Then we got a president who wasn't coming from Uganda, he was coming from the north. All the northerners were all over. It was the time for the northerners. We got another president again from that side. Everything was about those guys from the north. I'm not very familiar with the tribes from the north. I'll just use the north. Oh no, we have a president, 2025. We have a president from the west. That's why you see like everywhere is the west people. And the people like very tribes. I don't like tribes, I will never love tribes. I respect tribes because of culture, but I don't like them because they divide us. You can never hear Trump saying that we are making America great again and it's basing on a tribe. But here, the Bagandas will be fighting for federal. There's federal here, like where the Bagandas have a system of their own. The Banyankole, the Batoro, the Bachiga, the Bagishi. Like, how can we have a united country? How can you say like you're gonna make Uganda great again? If you come here and you say like you want to make Uganda great, they'll first ask you which tribe are you coming from. They will ask you which tribe are you coming from. And those people who are not from your tribe will say no. This guy is just gonna make his tribe great. So I want to have a president in Uganda who is about Uganda, not tribes. That's what I want. That's what I want. And we need to have a dictator who abolishes tribes. I don't believe in dictatorship. I believe in democracy. But for the tribes, we need them to be abolished. For the sake of the uniting of our people. To know that we are the same people. Anyway, I've been talking. I don't know if that's why I need to pray from God to give me grace. And I talk about something that is very important. It shouldn't be just a normal video, like me filming a video. I should talk to somebody out there. I should talk something. So Almighty God put the words in my mouth. Okay, Almighty God, I give you a platform. You use it through me. You use it through me. Because I've been talking and somehow I feel my voice is getting strained. But I want my voice to get strained. I like it when it's strained. So in the time aspect, let me tell you one of my weaknesses. I'm very poor at time management. And here in Africa we have a saying like the whites. You know what differentiates the whites from the black people? And they say like the whites are very good at time management. And we the black people, we don't even care about time. So I'm supposed to be in Kampala in the morning, but look at the time I'm arriving. The time here, I'm arriving. So I've told you my weakness is time management. I'm very poor, extremely poor. In the grading system of school, they will give me a fail. I don't believe in failure like the way the school system does. Now you failed, you've gotten a past 9, you've gotten, like the way they brainwash kids. The school system is evil. It's there to control us, to manipulate us. How can you say like somebody has failed? Because I have not given you the answers that you expect me to give you and you put a fail on me, but failed. I don't believe in that system of school. I don't believe in it. There's a time I believed in it because I was young and I didn't about being brainwashed, being manipulated. Like somebody has gotten 20 in mathematics and you put a fail. So do you know how that will affect the kid when he grows? Just there to put us down, the school system. I will never believe in the school system. I don't want my kid to go through the school system. I just want a better option. I want a better option than the school system. Because I'm talking about school, I was seeing here, parents, jubilating, primary living exams. Exams don't measure intelligence. They are just there to manipulate us, brainwash kids. Like to put them in the system. To waste our time. To control us. Just waste our time. Kids in America are becoming millionaires at 16. The Chinese people are becoming millionaires at 10. For us here is primarily living exams. I would have cussed, but I don't like cussing. I feel like we are not growing. That's the same issue I was in 2010. In 2010, that's when I started my primary living exams. It's the same things, like all those years you mean there's nothing changing. I don't know. I don't want my kid to ever go to school. If I ever get a kid from Uganda, I don't want my kid to ever go to school. Because this system is not going to change. It's there to cripple us. It's there to make some rich, some poor. And those people who know about it, they know their way out. And those people who don't know their way out, they keep in the system to remain poor, to remain blind, to remain controlled, to remain manipulated, to remain brainwashed. The school system. And to the African people, they know it very well. That's why, I'm very sorry to say this, but somehow I love whites more than I love black people. Yes, I am a black person. Let me give you the reason as to why I love whites more than black people, yet I'm a black person. Because black people, we came from slavery, yes? And we are happy that, okay, the whites are no longer ruling us, yes? Now it's time for us to rule ourselves, right? So the black people who know about that, they make sure that it's now black people making black people slaves. Do you get it? So the black people can make you a slave. Like, they know these systems don't work. They know these systems don't bring anything good. Just somehow. But they are failed. Even If you say like the system brings 20% and the 80% is not, so that's a failed system to me. But I cannot control it. I can just use my voice. That's why I don't want my kid to go to school. I want a better option. I want an option that can make my kid a millionaire at 20, a millionaire at 16. But you study, you go up to university, and you are 25. By the time you leave school, you are 25. Then you come back in the real world, and the real world tells you, your certificate doesn't matter here. Your university doesn't matter here. Come on. Come on. Like there are parents who believe in that system. They even sell plots, pieces of land to take their kids to school. And they believe in that system. And when you come in the real world, they tell you, man, those things don't work here. So you begin back from zero. That hurts me, man. If you say like, these kids are going to school, school has to benefit us after school. Because we invested money into it. We invested our time, man. But it's very unfortunate you see these old men here. Like black people, they come on the TV and they tell you, okay, you are done now. So you mean I wasted my time there to come back in the real world? I feel very angry sometimes. Okay, I can support it if it works, but it doesn't work. To me, that's my opinion, my personal opinion. And I'm learning about freedom of speech. I'm learning about freedom of expression. I'm allowed to express my mind sometimes on the things that I agree on and the things that I disagree with. Anyway, so I bypassed this place here. This place is called Cricket Oval. So Cricket Oval is that stadium where artists have to prove, like to break out in the Ugandan music industry, you have to organize a concert at Lugogo Cricket Oval. So I bypass that place every day. So I believe one day we'll organize a concert there. Just, like I love proving to people. Somehow. I need to have money for the sake of proving to people. Yes, I need to be, like, I don't want to be a nobody. Yes, by the time that I was filming this video, I'm a nobody. That's the fact. But I don't want my soul to be just there. Like, come on. I know we have very many people in the world. Very many. Very many people in Uganda. So, sometimes I don't want just to be there. Like, I'm just a number. I don't matter. You mean like I don't matter? I'm just a number. No, somehow, I don't want it. And that's why I will go into politics. I will go there. I'm saying that because I want to train my mind. I need to go into politics. In Uganda, if you're not in politics, if you're not in music, you don't matter. So, I would love to go there. I will go into music. Anywhere where I can exercise my brain, where I can give God grace and glory. I have to go there. It's only life, right? Life. We can do everything. There's a saying like you can do everything you put your mind at. You see, like that's where I disagree with school. School can give you a fail. But when you, like for example, when you learn a skill, you cannot get a fail on a skill. So I need to have a skill. I need to have a skill. So my country somehow is limited in information. So I'll try to look for in those developed countries to see which skill I can have. Because the system wanted to put me in the matrix like a crowd. Then at the end of the day, you stand alone. I've been trying to get out of that crowd for some time now. Been trying to get out of that system where I was brainwashed, where I was being controlled. I want to start thinking for myself. I want to let God in my head. Get out ideas. I want to believe in myself. Yes, I may not be coming from those wealthy families. Like, when you meet me, you might see the way that I dress and you say, ah, that guy. But training myself to believe in myself, to believe that I can do something, to believe that I can be somebody, to believe that I can turn my life around. That if I can turn my life around, I can turn somebody's life around. Christopher, like, for example, Christopher got me a studio. Christopher turned my life around. And I cannot pay Christopher with money. I also have to turn somebody's life around. That's what I have to do. And that's like a debt in my life. Oh my God. This is real Kampala. I would have shown, but I don't like. I love privacy. So right now we are in jam. This is Monday. This is what you get when you come on Monday, and in the afternoon, this is what you get. I wish I came in the morning. So I can imagine those people in the cars, in the taxi. So this road had to chase me away from using a taxi. I cannot afford like sitting in a taxi for almost 4 hours. I cannot. So I was telling you, like, this is a promise to God. This is a promise to anybody that is watching this video. I want to touch as many people's lives as I can. Christopher, one person touched my life. By the time that I was filming this video, I've not touched anybody's life. And I feel that's why we are in life. So what are you doing in life? What? What are you doing in life? Where do you want to be on earth so bad? My parents, they are in life right now because they are the breadwinners. They are looking after the family. That's their purpose. So in life it's about purpose. Find your purpose and begin it early. Like in Africa, we have a challenge in Uganda. We grow up in schools that waste our time. I'm going to be very unapologetic because I went through that system. I know it very well. Schools that waste our time. So if you have a career, if you love something, instead of, like, I feel like we can grow up in careers. Careers can be school too. Michael Jackson. You've ever heard of Michael Jackson? Michael Jackson grew up in a career. And he was the best in whatever he was doing. Those white people, those Americans, they abandoned this system long time ago. But for us in Uganda, 2025, I still see parents celebrating primary living exams. Very good for them. But to those that are unfortunate like me, it's very sad because the system doesn't change. It's there to cripple us, to make us slaves, to make us poor, to waste our time so that we grow. Then I feel very angry. So I want my child to grow up in a career. My child's school is a career, and that career should be bringing in money. I want my kid to be earning from the time she starts living in a career. In Africa, you have to wait till how many years? Then you start earning so that you be controlled, so that you be a slave. No, black people will not make us slaves. It's very unfortunate that it's our own black people that are making us slaves by the system. But I come and I talk about it, whether I'm right, whether I'm wrong. But I've talked about it at least. We need to have a habit of growing our kids in careers. Anyway, I've been talking a lot. It's time for me to show Kampala some love. Oh, when we are racing out of the jam. Oh. When we are racing. Life is about racing, right? So we race. We race. We race. We are riders. We ride with life. Life is amazing. Life is challenging. Life is that responsibility. Life is an opportunity. Life is money. Life is wealth. Life is water, food, sex. Life is togetherness. Life is working. And life is striving. Yes. So, whenever I come in Kampala, I want to bring some tourism to Kampala. So if you're watching this video, I'm coming from Kampala. Kampala is the capital city of Uganda. So if you ever feel like you want to tour Africa, you feel like you ever want to tour Africa, I'm putting you on. So your first list of the countries that you need to visit is Uganda, and you come in Kampala. So come in Kampala and intermarriage with the people in Uganda. Come in Kampala and you give them business. Come in Kampala and you learn the culture, the languages. We speak English, but I would love for you to come here and you learn some languages down here. Come in Kampala and you give us some knowledge. Teach us, like the missionaries. But don't take our gold. When you give us a Bible, you don't take our gold. Anyway, so I love you. I love you. And I'm saying it right straight from the capital of this country, beautiful country, Uganda. I love you. I believe in you. I'm learning to believe in myself because it's very hard to believe in yourself. But I will just come here and I tell you that I believe in you. At least that is very easy to tell somebody that I believe in you. But it's your personal initiative to believe in yourself. Yeah. So I love you. I'm saying it early because the jam. Okay, anyway, we are out of jam and I want to show you that I love you. I can come in the reality, in real life, and I show my face. Because I want to represent God. I want to give God glory. And I just want somebody to know like I also exist. I'm also in this world. Like all these people here that I'm seeing with my eyes. Life is beautiful. I also came in life. I also came and I'm alive. That's a miracle. But then it's about love. Do things that you love to do. Sometimes the things that we love to do hurt us. So I don't know. Sometimes it's very hard to tell somebody, do things that you love to do. But at the end of the day, love people. Because we are all people. So people, there are bad people in the world. And there are good people in the world. So, it's not you to judge who is bad, who is good. Yes, sometimes you can judge. I feel like sometimes you're allowed to judge, but not over judging. You judge, then you get in a position of forgiving. Love people, love yourself, love one another, like the gospel. Jesus Christ preached the gospel of loving one another. I don't know about religion, but the message is we love ourselves, we believe in ourselves, we work together. Yeah, so I love you. Take good care after yourself. You look after yourself. Look after yourself. I'm not playing with you. When I tell you that you love yourself, look after yourself, love people, like do things that help other people, being selfless. So, I love you. I love you. Take good care after yourself. Take good care after the people that you love. I love you. Oh my God. You know, I've been talking from wherever. Anyway, I love you. I feel even tired. Okay, 1 hour. I love you. Take good care after yourself. Take good care.